Hi, this is Hugh. At the very end of the last one, I installed the tail boom assembly. I didn't notice till after the camera ran out that it was crooked. I had to pull it out, turn it, and reinstall it, but it's fine now. And so we could put on servos now, but we wouldn't have anything to attach them to. So I'm thinking the next logical step would be to install the control board. So I'll zoom in on this and then we'll go from there. Right now we're going to install the control board. This is what it looks like. When you go to install this, just remember these connectors, these female connectors, go to the back, and you'll see this CE, it says on it, towards the front. Okay, now this is kind of cool how this mounts on. You have these 4 pegs on here, and I remember the first time I did one of these, I thought this was kind of neat. We have these 4, oh goodness, okay, I like to call them little donuts, but these are like an O-ring, but more like a fat O-ring with a groove in it. And these corners don't have full holes in them. They're like a semi-circle. And these donuts have like a groove in them. And they'll slide right into that partial half circle there on each corner of the board. And this is really kind of neat. So these are like a big double fat O-ring with a hole in the center and a slot in the middle all the way around, and that allows you to slide these onto these holes here. This one here, some of the electronics seem to be crowding it a little bit. Let me get this magnifier down here. Okay, there we go. These don't stay on there real good when you first put them on, so you gotta kind of be careful while you're handling it. They'll be falling off constantly. Okay, there's 2 of them in place. And I doubt all 4 of them will stay in place while we're mounting, but we might get lucky, you never know. Okay, here's number 3. Okay. Oh, I thought it fell off. That was the connector hitting my finger. Okay. Here's number 4. Now what these do is this kind of isolates this board. It's not really attached directly to anything. These 4 rubber donuts with the groove fit into these semicircle corners, and this slides onto these posts here. Right on the front there's 4 posts, and like I said, these connectors, female connectors, go towards the back. Let me make sure I'm zoomed in before I do this, because if I'm still in reality, that's not going to be any good. Okay, that's as close as we're going to get. I just want to make sure we're good. Okay, so as I said, we got these 4 slotted rubber donuts here in place, and we have these 4 pegs on the front of the frame here that this all sits on. And I'm going to kind of hold this up to the light for a second. Oh my goodness, look at that. I don't know if that might be the first time all 4 of them went on. I didn't have to put them on back yet. So there we go. Now that sits on, and this is so cool because this is so neat because this is just kind of like floats in there. And they give you 4 screws. But this is basically, all these 4 screws are really like a cap that stops that donut from popping off. So it never really puts any torque on the board itself. I really like that, how that board just kind of floats on there. It's kind of neat. So let's find the right screwdriver here. Can't believe so far all I've used is these 2 screwdrivers that came with it. This might be changing real quick here. Let's see. Try this little one again. Okay, there we go. I'll do this very carefully. Each one of those pegs we set onto has a hole in the center, and it's threaded, of course, or I don't know, these might be self-threading. So, screw that down. Let me get it to where you can see it a little better. You probably won't have this much trouble, but my eyesight is not all that great. Actually, it's kind of lousy. Okay, there's that one. And I'll probably snug these a little better with a hobby, with a hobby grade screwdriver head later. Right now I just want to get these on there. Okay, let's start. Might be a little bit of a handle on this here. Alright. I won't use the full driver, I'll just take the end of it. That should be plenty. More tool than we need there, just getting in the way. Okay, that's snug that one up nice. We'll back over to this one again. I'm pretty sure I didn't have that one in there very good. There we go. Now, the right screwdriver makes all the difference in the world, though. Alright, here we go. Number 3. Oh, almost. This one's a little tricky. It's a little more crowded right here. Oh my goodness. There she goes. Boy. Wow. I think, as I mentioned at the end of the last segment, if you want to call it that, I looked after I was done and saw I had the tail boom in there really cockeyed. It wasn't, it wasn't lined up. Well, it does have a slight tilt once you get it in there right. But anyway, hold it back out, or, lined it up a little better, and put it back in on the right angle, and it did go in farther. It goes in a little farther when you got it lined up right. So, oh, come on. Okay, there it goes. I'm kind of competing with the magnet on the motor. Wants to grab the screw. Okay, let's see. Wow. Let's see how that feels. Yeah, that's... Okay, yeah, that's on there. I don't think this is the best size yet. Let me see something here. See how that feels when it's... It feels like it's pretty good. Okay, I'm probably going to have to snug those up a little better later, but for right now, there it is. We have the control board installed. So the next phase, I guess, there's no sense putting the assembly on up top until we have something to connect to, so I guess the next step's going to be the servos. Let me see how we're set for time. We might have to do that as a separate one. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're wrapping up right now. We're running out of time, so that's it for this one. And those screws were a little booger, but we got that control board installed on there, and I will snug those up a tiny bit better. So the next one, I don't know if I'll do it tonight, but the next one's going to be the servos, and those are kind of tricky, but the more of them I do, the easier it gets. So they're not horrible, but they can be a little tricky. So that's it for now, and we'll talk to you soon. Stay safe.